Hello, and you're very welcome to the Childcare Department webinar. This webinar is for half an hour from 7:30 until 8 p.m. this evening. This is an opportunity for you to get an insight into 3 childcare courses offered at Cavan Institute. Our first speaker this evening is Eileen, who will outline the 2 Childcare Level 5 courses on offer at Cavan Institute. The first course Eileen will outline is the QQI Level 5 course in childcare. And the second course Eileen will look at is the QQI Level 5 course in Childcare Special Needs Assisting. Our second speaker this evening is Sile, who will give you an insight into the QQI Level 6 course in Early Childhood Care and Education. Our final speaker is Claudia, who will introduce a student who has just completed her course at Cavan Institute this year, and she will talk to you about her experiences at studying in Cavan. At the end of our presentation, we will have time to answer some of your questions. Please post your questions in the chat function. If we don't get all your questions answered on screen this evening, we will answer them through the live chat. Now I will hand you over to Eileen, who will talk to you about the QQI Level 5 certificate in childcare and the QQI Level 5 certificate in Childcare Special Needs Assisting.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our Childcare Department's first webinar, where we hope to give you more information on the great courses we have on offer in the field of early learning care here in Cavan Institute. Thank you all for taking time out and being here this evening with us. My name is Eileen Smith, and I'm one of the childcare teachers here in Cavan Institute, and I've been teaching on our programmes here for the last decade and more. This evening I will be giving you an overview of our Childcare and Childcare Special Needs Assistant courses, which both have the revised new title of Early Learning and Care. These programmes are intended for learners interested in a career in early learning care with children aged 0 to 6 years, including those who may have an interest in working as ELC practitioners, special needs assistants, or for those who are wishing to progress to stage 2 of the Advanced Certificate in Early Learning Care here in Cavan Institute, or into further and higher education and training in this field. These programmes are 1 year full-time, Monday to Friday, leading to a QQI Level 5 certificate in early learning and care, and will give you the minimum qualification in line with legislation requirements to work in the ELC sector. Both of these courses are a great first stepping stone to starting your future career in this field. Both programmes will consist of 6 mandatory modules to be completed over the year. The modules are as follows: Professional Practice Placement in Early Learning and Care, Children's Rights Legislation and Regulation, Early Childhood Growth and Development, Curriculum Play and Creative Studies, Understanding and Assisting Children with Additional Needs, Holistic Care of Children birth to 6 years. As you can see from this list, our programmes focus on providing you, the learner, with a broad range of knowledge, skills and competencies required to work confidently and independently, and to cater and meet the holistic development and learning needs of children aged 0 to 6 across all ELC settings. Both programmes offer a balance of theory and practice, with a key emphasis on professional practice placement being central to the teaching and learning of these revised programmes. Professional practice placements are integral parts of both these programmes, and as it will provide opportunities for you, the learner, to work alongside experienced practitioners in real-life situations with the support and direction of a practice placement supervisor. As part of both of these courses, the learner will undertake extensive professional practice placement, completing 150 hours in at least 2 early learning and care settings, to include those which cater for children from birth to 2 years, 8 months, and those which cater with children from 2 years, 8 months to 6 years. During professional practice placements, our learners will have the opportunity to develop their skills, integrate knowledge, and practice, observe and learn, mature and become reflective practitioners. Practice placements will take place 1 day a week, with the day and the start date to be confirmed in September. Here in Cavan Institute, our experienced childcare teaching team will equip you with the necessary skills, qualities and current knowledge in all areas of current best practice guidelines, such as ASHTR, Childcare, equality and diversity, as well as all the key legislation that is current in this ever-changing and evolving sector. Each course will have a dedicated class tutor who will be there to provide direct support and guidance to our students. Learners will have lots of access to other supports too, in terms of ICT support, access to our Open Learning Centre, career guidance service, and many more. In Cavan Institute, our teaching team encourages and promotes a combination of diverse teaching and learning strategies to suit all our learners' needs. You, our learner, will have the opportunity to engage in a variety to support deep learning, from in-class face-to-face learning, work-based learning on professional practice placements, self-directed learning, practical demonstrations like nappy changing, feeding, group discussions, guest speakers, hands-on practical experience like creating age-appropriate activities for children, and many more. Excuse me. We have a dedicated simulated early learning and care room within the Institute where most of your studies will be based. This room is equipped with a variety of high quality resources such as age appropriate toys, arts and crafts, books, videos, practical dolls, and lots of other equipment that allow you to simulate and practice holistic care and education skills, which will benefit your work placement and future practice in this field. Not only will learners gain a great insight and knowledge of the ELC field, but they will also develop and practice key lifelong learning skills through the assessment part of this course. In terms of assessment, learners will be assessed through a variety of assessment techniques, from continuous assessment, like, for example, portfolio, reflective journals, project work, skills demonstration, examination, and work-based assessments. The variety of assessment techniques will help you, the learner, to take ownership of your own learning and in your progression through from this award to further levels of qualification and employment. So where can these programs take you? So on completion of year 1, learners have a number of progression routes. They can progress to stage 2 of the QQI Level 6 Advanced Certificate in Early Learning Care here in Cavan Institute. Learners can also progress to a range of higher certificate and degree programs at ITs and universities. We would have a good history of our students gaining access to level 7, level 8 degree programs in DIT, DKIT, Sligo IT, and of course directly to employment. We have a good record of our learner students gaining full-time employment in the local ELC community as ELC practitioners, SNAs, having completed the level 5 stage with us. So how can you apply? Our courses are very popular every year, so I would strongly advise anybody thinking of doing these courses to apply this very minute. You can register for these courses on our website under Childcare and Childcare Special Needs Assisting. And to gain entry to our courses, the requirements are a Leaving Cert or Leaving Cert Applied or LCVP or QQI Level 4 award. Consideration will be given to mature students, and applicants whose first language is not English will require a B2 standard on the Common European Framework of Reference level. All of these details are available to access on our website, so please check this out and get registering. Now I'm going to hand you over to my colleague Sile, who will provide you information on our QQI Level 6 Early Childhood Education and Care programme. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eileen. Good evening, everyone. And as Eileen said, my name is Sile, and I am also a childcare teacher at Cavan Institute, with 6 years teaching experience and 10 years working in the childcare sector. Our Level 6 childcare course is a QQI accredited course. The entry requirements for this course is a full Level 5 award in childcare. Once enrolled, you will be assigned a class tutor whom you can contact through email and on Teams for support. During your course, you will be required to complete 120 hours of work experience. After successfully completing this course, you will be qualified to work as a childcare practitioner, a room leader, or as a deputy manager in a childcare service. There are 5 mandatory modules that you will complete, and these are child development, where you will gain the knowledge, skill and competence relevant to the theory and practice of child development. Early childhood curriculum, which will equip you with the knowledge, skill and competence necessary to develop and implement a broad-based curriculum. childhood social, legal and health studies, and this module will enable you to devise, implement and evaluate policies, regulations and national frameworks like ASHTR, our curriculum framework, and Shilta, our quality framework. Work experience, where this will prepare you to work in a range of organisations while allowing you the opportunity to gain invaluable experience in the sector throughout the year through your work experience placement. And finally, communications, where you will develop the necessary skills to communicate effectively in the workplace. There are also 3 elective modules that you will complete, and these include early learning environment, which will assist you to prepare and maintain an environment in the childcare setting that will promote the holistic development of all children. Early childhood literacy and numeracy. This will equip you with the skills and competence to support literacy and numeracy in the early years. And finally, special needs assisting, where you will develop an understanding of the theory and practice underpinning the education and care of children with additional needs. If when you have completed this level 6 course you would like to continue your studies, then there are so many different avenues that you could take. Currently, we at Cavan Institute linked up with the University of Sunderland, who provide a BA Honours degree in Childhood Studies, and they will allow graduates from Cavan Institute entry into the final year of this course. Once you have completed that 1 year in Sunderland, you will have a level 8 qualification, which is the equivalent of our level 8 degree qualification here in Ireland. This is an amazing opportunity and is one of the many reasons that you should do our level 6 course this September. However, if travelling abroad is not for you, there are numerous level 8 degree courses throughout Ireland, both full-time and part-time, that you can apply for once you have finished your level 6 with us, some of which Eileen has previously mentioned. If you think this course is for you, then go to our website www.cavaninstitute.ie and register. You can also watch a video cast for more information about our courses, and it includes a recording of 2 of our current level 6 students speaking about their experience of the level 6 course. I will now pass you over to my colleague Claudia, who will introduce some of our current level 6 students that are here to talk to you today. Thank you and good luck.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming to join us this evening. I hope you're finding our childcare webinar interesting and it's making your decision to study with us a little bit easier. My name is Claudia Walsh and I'm also one of the childcare teachers here in Cavan Institute. I've been teaching at Cavan Institute a little over a year now and I'm very lucky to have 13 years experience in the early years sector. So you've heard all about our courses and what's involved, such as your modules and requirements such as work experience. However, what I wanted to bring to you today is personal experiences from Cavan Institute students. I wanted the students themselves to tell you firsthand about their experience of studying with Cavan Institute. We have a student joining us this evening who has studied both level 5 and 6 in childcare, and we are privileged to have them with us this evening. Thank you very much for taking the time to join us. We're hoping we have Megan, but I think our student is having technical difficulties. Is Megan here with us?
After completing my level 6 online this year, I found it very different to completing my level 5 last year. Both years I had a great experience. This year, while it was all online because of the pandemic, I feel it was just as valuable as last year. Throughout the year, there was no interruptions to the timetable as the classes could just continue on as normal online when the college closed. Having the classes online meant that I could gain my qualifications from the comfort of my own home. I didn't have to try to remember what room I needed to be in on campus. Even though I couldn't meet classmates face to face, we still got to have fun with each other. Even though all classes were online, we still got to do group work in breakout rooms. Breakout rooms meant we got to do group work while also having a minute to take a breather and to have a chat with the others in the course. We still got to have time to interact with our classmates like we did last year. Having everything online meant I saved money on not having to print out all the assignments. It meant that all notes were there even if you were to miss a day, which I thought and found very useful. Everything was accessible and easy to use on Teams this year. Having everything online meant I had everything I needed to succeed. While my level 6 experience was very different to my level 5 experience, I personally found it to be just as enjoyable and beneficial. Anytime I needed anything, the tutors were always quick to answer me and help me any way they could. If they couldn't help straight away, they always came back with whatever information they could find. Personally, I found this year and whole experience to be one that will not be forgotten, as I feel that I was able to achieve so much while having the classes online. I was able to use my time more wisely and therefore make me want to further my studies to go and pursue my level 8. With classes online this year, I was even able to get myself a job in the childcare sector thanks to work placement. Thanks for inviting me tonight. That's all from me, so I'll pass you back to Claudia.
Thank you so much for that, Megan. It's great to hear such positive stories coming from your experience with Cavan Institute over your 2 years of study, and congratulations on the new job. Well done. Thank you so much, Megan. And it's really good to hear that there was no interruptions to your studies. That was one of the key elements and our major point this year was to have no interruptions to students whatsoever. So it's great to see that you appreciate that. So if you want to hear more experiences from our students who have studied our Childcare Level 5 and 6 courses, you can view them through our website or social media platforms. Following from Megan's speech, I just wanted to speak to you briefly about one major change that came to student studies this year, which was work experience placement. This year, many students find it difficult to get placement due to government restrictions with COVID-19. To ensure our students reach their full award, we created for the first time a work placement simulation. This event was an online event, including all levels of childcare students who were unable to achieve placement this year. The online event involved guest speakers from the early years sector, such as managers of creches, who spoke of their experience and what they were hoping for the workforce in the future. We had SNAs who spoke of their everyday experiences in the workplace, and we had members of An Garda Síochána who spoke to the students about child protection issues, which they deal with. This was a 2-week event with lots of different activities and speakers for the students to enjoy. The online simulation was a different approach to use this year. However, it was key to allowing students to progress and achieve their full award on completion of the course. This new approach from Cavan Institute showed the dedication we have as teachers and management to ensure that all students reach their full potential and progress in their studies. Another key area I want to discuss briefly with you this evening is employment options. We've been very lucky to see students this year achieving job opportunities before the completion of their courses. We had numerous Level 5 and Level 6 students who secured jobs for when they were finished their studies. This was a great achievement for the students, and we are very proud to see all our wonderful students taking their first steps in their future careers. Well done to all. So that's all from me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed our webinar this evening and it helps you make a decision to come study childcare with us in the future. Now I'll pass you back to Bridget. Thank you.
Yes, good evening, folks. Now we've come to the questions and answers section of our evening. And we can deal with a number of questions this evening because we have about 7 minutes. So there's a question there for you, Eileen. And a very good question. How will I obtain my work placement? What documents will I need to start work placement? A very focused question, Eileen.
Thank you, Bridget. Yes, indeed, that's a very good question and a very popular one that's asked every year. Learners will be given support and guidance on how to seek and obtain an appropriate professional practice placement on the start of the course. So don't feel that you won't get advice and guidance on this. You will, and that will be come August, September time. Learners will also need to provide evidence of Garda vetting, completion of Tools to Children's First e-learning programme, and provide 2 references prior to commencement of their placement. But again, our childcare teachers will be on hand to assist learners in obtaining and gathering some of these elements together in September. So you will get a lot of support and guidance on this. So again, there will be a lot of support there for you in September. So good question. Thank you, Bridget.
Sheila, just one for you there again, a very focused question. What are the entry requirements for childcare and the Childcare Special Needs Assisting course?
Okay, Bridget, thank you. So to gain entry to our courses, the requirements are a Leaving Cert or a Leaving Cert applied, or a QQI Level 4 award. Consideration will also be given to mature applicants as well, and those who do not have English as their first language will require a B2 standard on the Common European Framework of Reference level. I hope that answers your question, Bridget.
Okay, thank you very much, Sheila. We can take another few questions. Claudia, again, this is one about work placement. This is for somebody who's wondering, where will I get my work placement? And this is for the Level 5 awards.
Thank you, Bridget. For a Level 5 this year, it is a little bit different, Bridget, with the revised new course that's coming up. So as part of the course, the learner will need to undertake extensive professional practice, so work placement, completing 150 hours this year. So, and it has to be in at least 2 early years settings, to include those with 2 different age groups. So firstly, you're going to have to work with children from birth to 2 years to 8 months. And then you'll have to work with another age group from children from 2 years and 8 months up to 6 years. So this year we're looking at 2 different placements, and they would both have to be registered with TUSLA. So it's early year centres that must be registered with TUSLA. Again, it is a little bit different, but as Eileen stated, your tutors will inform you of all this information, and even help you. This year we helped the students to try and find work placement, and we worked with the Childcare Committee this year. So, you know, your tutors will be there 100% behind you and supporting you to try and find work placement.
Thank you very much, Claudia. We can take, time's permitting us to take another few questions. Eileen, one for you. This is from somebody who wants to know about the career opportunities once they've completed the Level 5 programme.
Thank you, Bridget. Again, another valuable question. Okay, so career progression, mainly again after the Level 5, the Stage 1, learners can progress to Stage 2 of the QQI Level 6 Advanced Certificate in Early Learning Care here in Cavan Institute. Also, graduates from this programme can also progress to, as I said previously, to higher certificate and degree programmes at ITs and universities. We have a strong record of students gaining access to Level 7, Level 8 degree programmes in a variety of colleges, like DIT, DKIT, and I think, as Claudia mentioned earlier as well, you know, there is huge progression onto gaining full-time employment from our Level 5 courses as well. So a lot of our students or graduates would have gained full-time employment in the local ELC community as ELC practitioners, SNAs, having completed this with us, and generally they gain that from having that work experience or doing their professional practice out there. So these are kind of the main areas in which they can go to. Hope that answers the question.
Thank you very much, Eileen. I think, folks, we can go for one more question, and Claudia, I'll plumb you for this one. Claudia, this is somebody who's asking about the Level 6 course in early childhood care and education, and they're wanting to know about the career opportunities out of it, and also if any progression opportunities out of that course.
Thanks, Bridget. Yes, progression wise, we have a lot of students moving on to Level 7 and 8 courses around the country, because they've finished Level 5 and 6 with us. They're getting a better opportunity to get in on the full degree programs, your Level 8 courses. Also, we've been very lucky. The Level 6s, you do need a minimum Level 5 requirement to work in early years, the early years sector, but with the Level 6, you're at a little bit more of an advantage. So we've actually found that a number of our Level 6 students have actually gained employment before they even finished the course. They gained it before the last term was complete. So, you know, with the Level 6, you'll have, you know, a great opportunity to progress on to your Level 7 and 8, and also great opportunities for employment at the moment. And in that employment, you can be childcare practitioner, you could have the opportunity to be a room leader, or even in some cases, a deputy manager in a childcare service. So the Level 6, there really is a lot of opportunities at the moment for employment in the early years sector, and also if willing, we have, as Sheila already described this or spoke about earlier, we have the University of Sunderland that is linking in with us at the moment, where students will gain entry into their courses if they wish to go on to teaching in the future. I hope that answers that, Bridget.
Okay, Claudia, thank you very much for that. We're moving on then to the end of our evening. We just about have a minute left, and we'd like to thank you most sincerely for attending this childcare department webinar this evening. And I hope that it has helped you to give you some information and give you a better idea of the courses that we have on offer here in Cavan Institute. And hopefully that in turn will help you with your decision. If you would like further information, please refer to our website. And you can also follow us on all the social media platforms, where over the coming weeks you can hear the stories of our past students. Also, you can contact us if you have any specific question, maybe in the coming weeks, and you'd like to have them answered, by emailing admin@cavaninstitute.ie. To apply for a course, please apply through our website. And for those of you who are doing your leaving certificate, we wish you the very best of good luck. Thank you all.